This is Riverside County, California, sun-soaked suburbs, but also home to gang rivalries that occasionally erupt in sudden, brutal violence. In October 2004, 2 men were gunned down in cold blood. The shooter, a man already known to police. His name, Elias C. Lopez. Elias Lopez was no stranger to gang life. Raised in an environment marred by poverty and crime, Lopez fell into gang activity in his early teens. By age 15, he had been initiated into a violent street gang. By his 20s, he had become a seasoned enforcer, racking up arrests for weapons charges, assault and gang-related offences. For Lopez, violence was a tool. Loyalty to his gang came before everything. The murders that sealed his fate unfolded just weeks apart. On October 10, 2004, 25-year-old Irineo Perez was sitting in his car near Indio City Hall. According to Deputy District Attorney Scott Clark, Lopez was paid to carry out the killing. He approached from behind and fired multiple rounds into the vehicle, hitting Perez several times, including in the face. The bullets shattered the driver's side window. Witnesses reported hearing a sudden burst of gunfire, followed by silence. It was over in seconds, a cold, calculated execution. Just 16 days later, on October 26th, Lopez struck again. This time the victim was 18-year-old Martin Garcia, a rival gang member. Lopez arranged to meet Garcia, pretending to want peace. He told Garcia there was no bad blood, that their gangs could coexist. Garcia, trusting the truce, followed Lopez into an alley in Indio. What he didn't know was that it was a trap. Once in the alley, Lopez pulled out a handgun and shot Garcia several times, multiple times again, including in the face. Garcia died where he fell. The calculated brutality of the killings sent shockwaves through the Indio community. Execution style, close range, no warning. Yet, despite being an early suspect, Lopez avoided prosecution for years. Authorities lacked the evidence to move forward. Until 2008, when a murder case was filed against him while he was serving an 8-year sentence in an Arizona prison for armed robbery. While in Arizona, Lopez maintained gang affiliations behind bars. His prison phone calls were monitored. In one call from 2010, Lopez gave fellow gang members the home address and workplace of his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. He was furious she had testified against him. Prosecutors later revealed that Lopez had confessed both murders to her, sharing intimate details that only the killer would have known. She testified during trial, visibly nervous but unwavering. Her motive? To stop living in fear and to ensure justice for the victims. She told the court that Lopez had lured Martin Garcia into the alley by pretending he wanted peace. She testified that Lopez admitted to sneaking up on Perez while he sat in his car and shooting him point blank. According to her, Lopez showed no remorse when describing the acts, only pride. In this case, ballistics evidence became the turning point. A .22 caliber Smith & Wesson handgun linked to shell casings at both Indio murder scenes was recovered during the investigation and traced to Lopez. Prosecutors argued it was the same weapon Lopez had once hidden and that it matched the bullets found in both Perez and Garcia. Shell casings from the crime scenes matched those fired by the recovered weapon. The defense, led by Demetra Talbot, argued the gun's presence didn't prove Lopez pulled the trigger. Lopez claimed he was holding it for an unnamed friend. Talbot also alleged law enforcement failed to explore alternative suspects, didn't conduct proper DNA testing, and mishandled witness interviews. Law enforcement failed miserably, she told the court. In early 2016, Lopez's first trial ended in a hung jury, with jurors split 11-1 in favour of conviction. Not willing to let a killer go free, prosecutors pursued a second trial. This time the jury found Lopez guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder. They also upheld 3 special circumstance allegations: lying in wait, multiple murders, and murders carried out for the benefit of a criminal street gang, making Lopez eligible for the death penalty. During sentencing, Lopez addressed the court. "I honestly did not do this," he said. "I can't hold remorse for something I didn't do." He turned to Perez's family in the courtroom and declared, "I did not murder your son, your brother." One of the victim's sisters, Vicky Castro, left the courtroom in tears. Castro later told the court, "We'll never get to see what success he would have become, what he would have accomplished, where he would have been, how he would have been. A picture on a tombstone does not suffice, Your Honor. It's not enough for us. What the defendant took was a big part of our hearts, a huge part of my soul." Martin Garcia's mother, in a statement read aloud, said, "Our family will never be the same. If he's let out, he will do it again." The judge agreed. On January 13, 2017, Judge Richard A. Irwood sentenced Elias Lopez to death, denying all defense motions for a new trial or sentence reduction. Today, Lopez is incarcerated at San Quentin State Prison, listed as inmate #K99979. He spends 23 hours a day in a 6-by-9-foot cell with 1 hour for yard time. Legal visits are rare. Appeals have been filed, none successful. He continues to claim innocence, but the evidence, ballistics, witness testimony and motive remains damning. This is the story of Elias C. Lopez, a man who took 2 lives and in the process lost his own. If you found today's case compelling, please give it a like, subscribe for more weekly true crime stories and share it with a friend.